y'all doing? Wow, it is an absolute honor and a full circle moment for me to stand here tonight and present this Legacy Award to a woman who has meant so much to me, not just as an actress, but as a force, a trailblazer, and as she always reminds me, my other mother, Marla Gibbs. Okay, so when I first met Marla, I was a child actor. I was just so proud of myself. I landed the role to play in a play with Florence from the Jeffersons. I told everyone, I'm about to do a play with Florence. Because in my young mind, that's who she was. But as time went on, I got to see who she really was. And let me tell you, Florence, she may have had all the best clapbacks on TV, but Marla Gibbs, Marla was the boss. In the 80s, yes. Listen, in the 80s, there weren't many women, very, very, very few women of any color, complexion in Hollywood that was doing what Marla was doing. She wasn't just an actress, she was a writer, a producer, a singer. She owned a performing arts academy, Crossroads, that's where we did the play, 227. She owned a jazz supper club, Marla's Memory Lane. This is where like world-class musicians came to perform. I was never old enough to go, but let's be clear. She wasn't just starring in a hit TV show, she was running the show, off screen too. Now, many of her peers, they were just grateful to have a seat at the table, but my other mother, Marla, she was building the table and designing the chairs. You may have even been negotiating the catering contract. Listen, Marla did all of that without a blueprint. There was no roadmap for a Black woman in Hollywood to do what she was doing. She didn't have an example to follow. She was the example. And because I got to grow up watching her, I understood that acting didn't have to be the only lane. I saw firsthand what it meant to be fearless, to create your own tune and dance to it, because Marla, she always dancing and singing to her own tune. She started acting when she was 40. That's when she started her acting career. After she already had a whole other career in Detroit. Now, anybody that knows Marla, if you ask Marla, she's only 63 years old right now. So technically, she got started when she was a teenager, which explains why you still be going hard in the paint at the top of your game, Miss Marla. But seriously, that's what makes Marla's story so powerful. She could have played it safe. But safe isn't in Marla Gibbs' vocabulary. She took risks. She built something that hadn't been built before. And even at 93 years old, she's still making boss moves. So tonight, we take a moment to celebrate her legacy. Not just the impact she's had on me, but on all of us. No place like home. It is my deepest honor to present this award to you, the boss, the incomparable, the 2025 Hollywood Legacy Award recipient, Marla Gibbs.
And I am so honored to be receiving it from my daughter. Regina will always be my daughter. And she was wonderful to work with. We got an opportunity to work on her show, and the director said, when she comes to the door, call her Brenda. That was her name on 227. And so I said, Brenda. She never changed. She went right on just like it never happened.
You taught me that.
Yeah, but you did it. So I'm very excited to have her here. And I'm also excited to be honored today. To be honored is wonderful, and especially while you're still here on the planet. I had some ladies come to me and they said, Marla, I've always wanted to act. Do you think it's too late? I said, are you still breathing? They said, yeah. I said, it's not too late. As long as you're here and you're still breathing, you got another shot. You just have to understand who you are, who God is, and that you and God are one. And so is everyone else. So you just love them. You don't judge, and you don't talk about each other. You just love each other and support each other. This ward is about unity. And we had unity on 227, definitely. And I never knew it was going to be that great, but as time went on, my daughter here I was nominated 5 times for the Emmy and never got it. She comes up, she gets 3. I said, how do you expect me to follow you? I guess she didn't. Not only that, directing, acting, writing, she's done it all. And I appreciate her so much. And you see that we've got all this coming up now, all the people. We talk about 50 years since the Jeffersons. 1975. And so we really got to talk about 45 years for 227, because it's only 5 years difference. And I've been so blessed. I mean, people in Chicago in the 1930s, they would be astounded. I was just a little knock-kneed, pigeon-toed girl in the neighborhood that the boys used to tease, call me knock-a-dock, because I was knock-kneed. And I would laugh. Every time they talk about me, I would laugh. So it wasn't fun anymore, so they stopped teasing me. Knock-a-dock, yeah. What can you do? I can't change. It came with me when I was born. And so you just accept your place in the planet, and I had no idea where I would be going. If so, I would not have been so upset when I was a kid. I wasn't getting the love. But now people say, I love you. They don't say, I like you. They say, I love you. And I love it. And this is another. And tonight I am so happy not only to have my daughter Regina, but my daughter Angela. And my agents who have won the award several times as the best agents. Momentum Talent Agency, Mike Baldridge, and Gary Purdy. Right there. And they know that I am ready to work again. So anybody got any projects, there they are. Momentum Talent Agency. Just call them. I'm ready. This is just marvelous. And I thank you so much. For everybody who watched the show, I say thank you. I owe you a big bowl of thanks. If you hadn't watched, I would not be. So since you watched, I am. Okay? And I owe it all to you. I appreciate you so much. It's been an honor to be among you all these years. And I'm ready to do some more. So bring it on, because I'm ready.